Hi, welcome to another edition of What's Up. And today's show, I'm going to show you the full-fledged penny farthing. Now, this bike here, you have to be a complete fool to ride it, right? So I do qualify. I have no brains, right? I got a lot of muscle, and I've got a lot of willpower, so that qualifies me for riding this penny farthing. So today I'm going to show you the 1908 penny farthing, and I want you to sit back and relax as we look at the penny farthing on What's Up? What's Up? Alright, here we go. Here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 1908 penny farthing. And as I explained to you on the mini penny farthing, we have the large front wheel and we have the small rear wheel. And as we said before, the reason it's called a penny farthing, pretend like this big wheel is a penny. Well, the farthing is only 1/4 of a penny, so that's why the wheel's so small. So this would be the farthing, and this here would be the penny. All right, this bike was built in 1908. It has hard rubber tires. There's no inner tube here. It's hard rubber all the way around. It's hard rubber all the way around here. This right here is called the saddle. There's a little bit of spring here. They call this the bone shaker because it will really shake your bones when you ride on it. We have the handlebars here. You will notice that the handlebars look like a mustache. So we call this the mustache handlebars. And the reason that this looks like a mustache is so that it will give you clearance on your legs. When your legs go up and down, you won't bump your legs onto the handlebars. Alright, it does have a horn, and you definitely need to have a horn on this type of bike. Also, you'll notice that the front has, notice how this goes straight up and down like this? Remember I told you about that? So, this goes straight up and down, which makes this bike very dangerous because there's hardly no weight at all in the back. And if you was to hit a wheel or something, this thing, the back wheel would easily go up like this, and it would flip you off the bike, and you would go over the handlebars, and that's called a header. Many people got killed on this type of bike because this bike was generally not safe to ride. So they built another bike and they called it the safety bike. This bike was built in 1908, and they took, the guy who invented this bike decided the bigger the front wheel is, every time you turn it, you would go the distance of the circumference of the wheel. And that made this bike very fast. They did a lot of racing on this bike. They've done distance records on this bike. A guy went 11,000 miles on this bike, and people have gotten up to 50, 60 miles an hour on this bike. They get on this bike and they actually put their legs out front. Oh, and speaking of putting your legs out front and going fast, there's no brakes on this bike at all. None. So, and it has direct drive, meaning that the wheel only turns when you pedal. So that puts a lot of torque. So if you're pedaling to the left, it torques it to the left. If you pedal to the right, it torques it to the right. So you have to be very strong to ride a bike like this. Alright, to mount the bike, they have a peg back here in the back. And you have to actually put your foot up on there and run with the bike and then jump up onto the bike. And that right there is very dangerous. And to get off, you got to take and slow down the pedaling and then jump off the bike. Put your foot on the pedal and jump off the bike. So that's dangerous too. Everything about this bike is dangerous. So I recommend if you ride a bike like this, you have safety gear, you have a helmet, you got elbow and knee protection. Because when you fall off this bike, you're gonna know it. Alright, so with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and ride around a little bit on this bike. So I hope you enjoy the ride. So I'm back here, and so I'm positioning myself so that I'm like this. I'm straddling the bike. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my leg up here on this pedal. Then I'm going to roll out, and I'm going to run and jump up on this bike. Okay? That's the most exciting part of riding a penny farthing. Alright, here we go. And we're up. Very exciting. We're riding the 1908 penny farthing. Not too many people do this. Not too many people see this. But this bike is very rideable, and I have a lot of fun riding. And maybe one day you'll get one too. Bikes like this cost about $2,000 or $3,000. It does. $2,000 or $3,000, and you can have a bike just like this. I can see on top of the mountains, you're actually about 7 feet up off the ground. And you can see that it's directly driven by the pedals. Direct drive. Now to get off, you got to slide your foot on the back and jump off. Alright? Back and jump off, right? It helps if you know which side the peg was on. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for watching. We looked at riding the penny farthing. Remember, the big wheel represents a penny and the small wheel represents the farthing. Make sure that whenever you ride a bike like this, you have headgear, and you have arm, and you have leg, knee padding. All right, thank you, and have a nice day. We'll see you. Bye now.